Terran is in a favorable position, does have a bigger army right now, but not going to push out. It's all about timing and it's all about micro. So we'll see how when the armies decide to engage. I guess they paused for a little while, and Shoey had to take a phone call, but depends on exactly when they push out. It's all about timing and micro for these two builds. See a lot more Bailey's being built. Apparently she was just too popular with the phone calls that he's been pausing a lot, but does not show up on the replay, so that's good. A lot more tanks being built. Back in the production tab, a reactor going up, I think for the starport. No, it's for the barracks. So he does have 4 barracks all up and running. Actually, no, 4. Yes, he did lift off that barrack and he landed it back into the base, as he did have that static defense up. He canceled those 2 engineering base, actually got 1, he finished 1 of them and is upgrading from that right now. We have fire attacks coming up for the Mutalisks, so we'll see him transition into a little bit more muta heavy build as he is continuing to build creep teamers and zerglings, so doing a very good job macroing up. We take a look at the income tab. We do have 53 harvesters to 59 of Shoey, so he did get that 3rd base up and running and probably is going to, yes, expand again, so doing a very good job spreading his creep, macroing up and getting the right unit composition, and even doing some upgrades is Shoey. Also the Terran side also doing a very good job getting some upgrades, getting punching the creep, throwing down a lot of scans to prevent too much creep from the creep from getting out of hand. Is taking out the primary. As we see the Mutalisks come in and try to snipe off that tank, but the Marines are there. That ball of Marines could have taken down that packing Mutalist without too much problem. And those Marines right here did not like that statue very much. I don't know what that statue was all about, but decided to focus that down. And SCB coming down to repair that tank. Taking care of all those creep turns, does recede the creep line so that he can build. We might see him building a couple missile turrets because he is bringing an SCB or 2 along to repair and also to, yes, put down a couple missile turrets to keep these Mutalisks in check. But the Mutalist ball is getting a little bigger at a time. We do see Carapace and melee attacks going on for as upgrades for a Zerg player, meaning that his Banelings and Zerglings will be a lot stronger and even getting a lot more Banelings and a lot more Zerglings. So we'll see when the attack is going to happen. The best time would be when these tanks will be unseized, but he is doing a very good job leapfrogging and positioning him in the optimal position so that they can snipe off a lot of the Banelings if need be. Of course, when the 2 armies are going to clash, he needs to micro back his Marines so that they stay out of the fire of the Zerglings. Stimming right there, trying to pick off a couple creep tumors, but the Shoey's army is engaging. There's a huge Baneling ball going on right now, wasting themselves on the tanks, being able to take off a lot of tanks. Oh, and a lot of Marines right here. Those Mutalisks could have engaged right here and taken out a lot more, but he didn't know exactly how many Marines that Shoey had, so decided to pull back at the last minute. But Shoey definitely did have a very good attack right there. Even though he lost a lot of Banelings and a lot of Zerglings, he was able to push back that static defense. Now these missile turrets, as well as keeping the Mutalisks wow, that was hard to say, Mutalisks at bay, can spot the creep tumors, so it will be able to do a little bit of creep control at the same time. Really, I thought that statue was destroyed, I don't know. Anyways, Boxer throwing down a lot of scans, even throwing up a command center. He's going to land that and take the gold as soon as he can. The 4th is up and running for Shoey. Now a lot of more Banelings, a lot more Zerglings, a lot more and more upgrades coming up for Shoey as they're both sticking to the same exact build: Marine tanks and medevacs and turrets versus Zerglings, Banelings, and Mutalisks, as those Banelings do want some Marine blood. The Marines stim and try to hightail out of here. The tanks doing a very good job keeping those Banelings at bay, and the Marines can come back in and deal with this Mutalisk before the Mutalisk can snipe off these tanks. So doing a very good job microing right there by SlayerSBoxer. and throwing up more and more turrets and trying to roll forward and destroy the Zerg base, as that is the objective of the game. Wow, that was a very, very poorly constructed and obvious sentence to say. Nevertheless, this Zergling is keeping a watchful eye on that tower, so he is going to be able to see that gold expansion going up. So Shoey comes in with his Mirrorless and does a lot of damage. The ball is going to stem forward and probably going to try to counterattack at the same time. He did take out all the SCVs at the gold, and he's going to focus down the command center. No, he does see Boxer's Marine Ball coming in, stimming in, and stimming out actually, as the Muralists do try to engage, but does pull back at the sight of all those Marines. That lonely tank being microed right here and is taken out by the Zerglings. So poor little tank there. One little tank right here too might be picked off by those Mutalisks. This Mutalist is so mobile and so fast that it can't take off. It can't pick off. It's gonna pick off that tank right there. It's gonna pick off that missile turret and might even pick off that bunker. But no, the Marines are here to save the day for SlayerSBoxer. Now, Shoey on 4 bases, the income is kicking in. We take a look at the income tab. It's 2,600 to 1,300, so definitely a huge income advantage for our player Shoey. We do see the harvester count is almost 90 to 44, trying to get this gold expansion back up and running. Does have a Thor and a couple missile turrets right here to deter the Muralist attack, and that's going to keep the Muralist at bay, as well as this army right here. So Shoey is going to have to try to find another way, as he does pick off this bunker right here, doing so much harassing with the Muralist, and that Muralist ball is getting quite out of hand. Take a look back at the production tab. You see a lot of Zerglings and a lot of Banelings being made, even more queens to just spread the creeps around. See, the Planetary Fortress is up and running for the Terran player, as the Muralists do fly over the edge. They're going to pick off this missile turret and can go to town on this base. Shoey opting to go right for the supply depots, just queuing these supply depots to be attacked one after another, trying to supply block Boxer, and effectively does so. The supply count is going down very, very quickly, and is going to be able to pick off almost every single supply depot right here, even taking off 2 medevacs and taking out every single supply depot. The Marines are rushing back, but Shoey does manage to pick off that reactor from the starport, so no double medevacs for Boxer right now. That was a very, very effective and huge loss, or a huge attack for Shoey, and is even able to take out one of these tanks right here. That is so many Banelings. Look at all the roly polish just rolling forward. That is just a rolling ball of destruction right here, as Shoey's Muralists are all injured, but still in a great number to do a lot of damage. Look at those Banelings just go chasing those Marines. Those Marines just trying to hightail it out of there, and he decides to pull back with these Banelings, losing a lot of those Banelings right here, but rolling in onto the gold expansion. Uh oh, this could be devastating. This gold expansion, the Planetary Fortress just managed to got a couple, but those Banelings will take out this Planetary Fortress. There is only one mining base for SlayerSBoxer right now. We take a look at the income tab. It's 600 to 2,100 for Shoey. So Shoey doing a very, very great job, as I did miss a drop right here. I'm sorry about that. He did have the 5th base up and running, but SlayerSBoxer did drop into that base and is going to take down this, or trying to focus down this expansion as fast as he can. Now Shoey does realize this and moves out his Zerglings and Mutalisks, but there is a huge Marine tank force right here from Boxer, focusing down this expansion, this natural of Shoey, trying to focus down the spires so that there can be no more Mutalisks to be made. Shoey's force is out of position. Those Banelings do morph in, and is going to take care of all those Marines. Wow, that is so many Marines killed right there in like 3 or 4 little Baneling balls. That's the power of Banelings right there. And is left with a huge force still to be reckoned with. 2 more queens, I think, is maybe going to engage, I don't know. Putting up that spire as quickly as possible so that you can get more Mutalisks on the field, and try to snipe off this gold expansion. Those Zerglings are going to be able to deal with this problem with no problem whatsoever. The reinforcements are kind of late. There are a couple Marines, a couple tanks, and 1 Thor in there, as those Zerglings are going to be able to do a good job keeping them at bay, and SlayerSBoxer is forced to call the GG, as he only had 1 mining base going right there. This gold was delayed, and those Mutalisks would have cleaned that up with no problem whatsoever, and that one was not up and running. So Shoey just out macroing Boxer, the top 500 player in the world, and doing a very, very great job playing this game out and taking the win. So if you guys like this cast, subscribe, thumbs me up. If you didn't, tell me what you didn't like about it, and I'll try to work on it for the next time. Yep, that's about it. Thanks for watching.